Hello and welcome to the GameSpot After Dark podcast. That was the running start to the podcast because I was taking my headphones off. So
I'm sorry for bringing up.
Yeah, I was like, she's right. I should take the headphones off. But when I took the headphones off, I could no longer hear the actual starting theme. So I just looked up and we were on the screen, and I was like, oh. This is episode 156 of the GameSpot After Dark podcast. I am your host, Mohsen, joined by Jean-Luc Seipke.
Hi, hello.
How are you doing, Jean-Luc?
I'm okay.
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking some Angry Orchard peach mango hard cider.
How is it?
It's pretty good. I like a good fruit combo. Like I have a lot of juice, and I'll usually try and get like a mango lemonade or something like that. You know.
Speaking of fruit combos, Jake is here as well.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
There are interpretations.
Wow,
there are definitely some interpretations. Hi, I'm drinking Anchor Steam.
What's
Classic.
That's a beer.
that? What kind of beer? Tell me more.
What kind of beer?
It's a steam beer. So Anchor Steam, I believe, uses a steaming process to make their beer. That's all I know.
I think I've been to their brewery, and I think...
Yeah, because it's San Francisco, right?
I have been to their brewery, and they did use steam.
Speaking of steaming processes, Lucy is here.
Hi.
How you doing, Lucy?
At
What
least
are you
you're not
drinking?
a half fruit. What'd you say?
I don't remember what it was.
Fruit blend. I don't know. I'm very well. I'm drinking because I'm a basic bitch. A natural lime White Claw.
Nothing natural about it.
No, and I just scarfed a Snickers bar with the ferocity of someone who
Snickers? Where'd you find a Snickers?
vending machine.
Oh my god.
It's
Is
a
it
whole
an
new
actual
world.
Snickers?
Yeah, mate.
Oh,
It's a whole new
interesting.
world. With the ferocity of someone who hasn't eaten in 3 days just because I had to walk from the bus up to the office, and that really took it out of me. So I wish I was kidding.
I'm drinking a Canada Dry ginger ale.
First time you've had a Canada
This
Dry,
is the first
too.
time I've had a Canada Dry, and let me tell you, it's decent. It's good. Usually ginger ales in the United States of America,
Oh, I mean, says it right in the name though.
not good.
Canada.
Oh, yes, Canada Dry.
Yeah,
Let's go, Canada. I'm all on board for Canada.
they got something, I
They
guess.
got it going for them. Let's kick off with what we've been playing, as always. As always, also, I haven't filled my section out, neither has Lucy. So
Well,
we're gonna
because we've been
begin-
playing the same game, and we
Yeah,
don't know if we're allowed to talk
we're
about
not.
it.
I checked, we're not allowed to talk about it.
Are you
sadly.
joking?
Yeah.
So there's a fucking streaming
People-
embargo.
There's no streaming embargo.
People are streaming it.
They are streaming the demo. I checked, and they were like, nobody should be talking about the game. There's only a review embargo. So someone we know who has been talking about the game should not be talking about the game.
There were a few people I saw posting about it.
Jean-Luc.
Hi, hello.
We can actually say what the game is.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
think,
can you-
because
That
the
is the
demo
equivalent.
is out.
That is the
the
fucking-
demo is out. So the game that people are talking about is Cult of the Lamb.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
That otherwise that would have been the equivalent of like just fucking tweeting out an unhappy
Yeah.
face and then
Yeah.
waiting for everyone to go, "Are you okay, hon?"
yeah, so we've been playing Cult of the Lamb.
What do you think of it?
That is all I will say.
That is classified information until I don't even know.
Next
Probably
week.
can't say.
I believe
I'm
it's
very
the 10th.
excited
Let me
for it.
double check.
That's a
Uh,
declarative statement.
That is
someone who has not
being
played it
excited
can
for
say
the video
whatever.
game is a emotion that you can have. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Oh shit!
Excellent.
Yeah, do you remember when Ubisoft were like, you can't talk
Yeah.
about Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but you can explain the emotions.
The emotions that you
feel.
felt.
Oh God!
What?
Like, yeah, that was one. That was genuinely a preview embargo that they had.
So what were just
Ubisoft
people
is-
tweeting out? I am very happy right now.
the clouds in this game make me feel pensive.
Ubisoft has tried some very experimental embargoes over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Very
sure
few
have.
of them have worked.
That Valhalla
Yeah, they
was-
sure have. So Jean-Luc, what you been up to?
Let's see. What did I put on that list?
You put Bear and Breakfast.
Bear and Breakfast. I'm
Yay.
obsessed with Bear and Breakfast. I think I played.
Is Will not the best character?
Who?
Will the
Pigeon.
bird, the pigeon, the
Oh.
shifty-eyed pigeon.
Oh, he's good. I like
Incredible.
Julia, the little goat. She's really cute.
Ellen Julie.
I like her a lot. I also like Hank a lot because Hank's just like a big dumb idiot, but he's like really sweet and I love him. He's the bear, the Bear and Breakfast,
The titular bear.
the titular bear. Yeah, I think I put like 15 hours into that game.
Wow, already? Damn.
Yeah, or
That sounded way more judgmental than I meant it to be.
Already?
No, I mean, it pretty
Do you
much
have
like.
anything else to do?
Yeah, don't you have a life? Jesus.
I mean, I probably should have been doing more like housework, but then me and
Yeah.
Georgia were just like, what if we sit down and just play Bear and Breakfast all day?
Yeah.
So we just like hooked it up to the TV and then we're like playing together.
Georgia, Callie, and I have a group chat where we typically just talk about The Sims. And Callie said that yesterday they were stuck in the iron nails stuff.
Oh, yes, the iron nail shortage.
Yeah.
Inflation hits us all.
Yeah.
Callie just messaged to say, I'm stuck in Bear and Breakfast because there's an issue with the iron nails economy.
She's not
Yes.
wrong, there is.
So there is a like certain one of the materials, the iron nails, are like needed for I think like if you want to make some of the higher tier wardrobes and beds. And so you're like, it's a pretty important resource, you know, if you want to like upgrade those beds to like level 3+. And you could only ever get it in, I think like when the game happened, you would pretty much only ever find it in like broken down beds or like couches, which would always be in like the newer places that you would have to clean up. But in the like respawnable areas, it would never spawn, or like the spawn rate would be crazy low. So basically, you just kind of hit a point in that game where you're like, I can't build the stuff I need. And yeah, they were like, we're aware of the shortage. They did issue a patch, and it does work now. So I have my iron nails.
I can go back.
But how would that
fine.
affect the economy of iron nails? If they added more, do you think that would devalue iron nails and that
Oh my
could
God.
throw off?
You know what?
They're just printing more money.
That's a good point. The entire economy's out of balance.
I do have a question though. What's the ratio, I guess, of crafting and building as opposed to exploring and talking to people and stuff? Because I'm curious about this game every time I see people walking around talking to people, but then the second I see people building things, I don't.
It's
I'm
mostly
not
that.
interested.
It's mostly that because the walking around is just walking around to pick up craftable materials to
Okay.
then craft more stuff. So you have to be into that aspect of it. And I will say there's some parts of it where it kind of gets a little monotonous.
But there's a story, right?
There is a story.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a story and there's dialogue, and the dialogue it's really funny. It's well written. It's really charming. All the characters are really cute and great, and like that aspect is definitely there. But like the core of it is like building these inns and like, you know, upgrading the materials and like getting new stuff. They have elements like, oh, there's a like a cooking mini game, and I was like really excited about it because I love cooking mini games in pretty much any game. It's kind of more annoying than I want it to be, where it's like this card system where like you get a recipe, and the recipe you have to.
You lost me at card system.
I don't know why it's like
Got
that.
him at card system.
It's a really weird system where you will put appliances in your kitchen, and those appliances, each appliance will have like a card associated with it. So it's like this stove will have 2 boil cards and 2 like simmer cards, because you can simmer and you can boil. And then like a recipe will be like, you need to take this ingredient and boil it, and this ingredient and do this. So it's just kind of like,
I've come up with a new recipe.
so it's a lot of just like taking cards and like, okay, I need to take this card and move it here, and then I need to take this ingredient. So it's just kind of like moving stuff around in menus in a way that isn't not actually that fun. It's just kind of more annoying. And you can automate it, so like eventually you get an upgrade where you can just like auto-populate the cards. And then eventually you can get a character that will be like, I'll just cook for you. And I was like, please, I'm kind of done with this cooking minigame. I don't want to deal with it. I rather you just do it. So I sort of wish that stuff was a little more like fun and engaging.
Yeah. Cooking in video games is one of those things where I either love it or I fucking hate it. Like I'd be curious. I don't know if I'm sure someone's done it, but a video breakdown of what makes cooking fun in games and what doesn't. Because I think of something like Breath of the Wild, where that just felt like experimenting with shit.
Yes.
You pick up objects, throw them in a bowl, light a fire, cook it, and whatever comes out, that's what you get. Like that to me was super engaging. But then there are other games. I mean, Xenoblade, which I talked about last week, has cooking, and that is very dependent on finding ingredients that are scattered around the world, and you don't know where they are. Like, it'll give you a broad sense, like, oh, they're in this area, but then you have to find them, and it's kind of a pain. But it can be so good sometimes.
It can be so good, and I always get excited because I like cooking in real life. So like whenever I see a cooking mini game, like I was so stoked when they added cooking in Animal Crossing last year.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, and it is fun. Although there's
Not many uses.
yeah, you do it, and then you're like, I guess I'll put this baguette over on the table now. And
It looks nice.
very nice. I will give that to someone as a gift later.
Jake, how do you feel about Cooking Mama?
Never played it.
Do you want to play it
But
right now?
Is it on
I've got it
mobile?
on my phone.
Really?
Yeah,
Isn't
man,
that
that's
the
on
one
Apple
that's like
Arcade.
fully...
Yeah, I'm checking out of this podcast.
Cooking Mom on the phone.
You got
sounds
games
kinda-
on your phone?
Which one was the Cooking Mama that was embroiled in a controversy?
That was the most recent one.
Oh, yeah.
Star
Remember?
Oh,
Chef
I don't have it
something
downloaded,
something
I'm
star.
sorry, but I did.
Yeah.
Superstar.
What was the deal with that one again?
Oh,
Was
well,
it Cooking Mama drama?
I remember a lot of people thought there's like there's a rumor going around that like it was tied to the blockchain, and it was like this thing's gonna mine cryptocurrency if you put it in or something. That turned out to be completely
But
false. That
didn't
was
it
some,
just
like-
come out of nowhere? There was no developer attached to it,
Yeah.
or the developer attached to it wasn't real, or it was some random
there was some
company?
weirdness going around with
Yeah.
that. That was bizarre.
It failed to meet the standards it's expected. Yeah, apparently it was
Oh yeah, and
also
then they
just
like pulled
very
it from
shit
the
and they just got rid
store
of
like
it,
an
yeah.
hour after it came out,
Yeah.
and no one had heard of
It was
it.
just a
It was
mess.
very weird. Anyway,
Crypto mining.
the cooking in Bear and Breakfast is you just kind of wish it was better, and part of it is because you'll do it and you're like, cool, I made this recipe, and then you have to populate once you make a recipe, you have to go to your dining room and you put it into like the serving area so that your guests can eat, and your guests will be like, I need a level, I want 6 levels of food for me to give this place a 5-star, so you get more money. And you don't need to make specific food. It's just that food has like a number associated with it. So as long as you have enough food to hit that number, you're good. The problem is that they eat the food, so it kind of just becomes this chore of like, I have to go back to the kitchen, I have to make more food, and then the menu's just kind of more annoying than fun. So once I got the upgrade, I was like, please take care of all this for me. I don't want to do it, which isn't the best. That feels kind of more just like failure to make the cooking minigame fun. But I mean, besides that, I'm having a great time with it. Like, there's something very satisfying about like a management sim where you're like, I'm gonna make this the best damn bed and breakfast that you have ever been to, and I'm gonna upgrade this, and I'm gonna get the right clock, and I'm gonna put it on my rooms, and I'm gonna make a nice little hangout area.
Do you make all the rooms in your bed and breakfast uniform, or do you try and make each one look different and cool?
Oh, I make them uniform because I don't got time for that shit.
Okay, cool. I'm one of those people who's like, each one of these rooms
it's
is
a
going to be a
special
different
room.
adventure, and every single one of them ends up looking
different
absolutely
experience.
fucking awful.
No. See, I'm that like cold like business. Like, no, I got to get these rooms got to be uniform. They
Business
gotta,
bear.
regulated.
Business bear.
Regulated.
I gotta get you in and I gotta get you out.
No frills.
No frills.
Cool.
Yeah,
so you're enjoying it?
Yeah, it's good. It's great. I have a really good time with it. And yeah, I'm in the end game now, so I'm in like the final area. There's 3 different like sections, so there's 3 buildings. And I'm like, oh, so many possibilities. There's a wine cellar apparently that I haven't built yet, and I'm like, ooh. So I'm very excited about that.
How many hours in are you?
15, right?
15, I think more at this point, probably like 18, 19, probably.
Okay. That's cool. Decent chunk of game.
Yeah, yeah.
You've also been playing 2 Point Campus.
I have. I've been playing another management.
I was gonna say I booted up that one.
We were cycling between the two. We were like, all right, we're done with Bear and Breakfast. Let's load up 2 Point
let's-
Campus.
Let's start a university.
Let's start a university. I really like 2 Point Hospital. I don't know if you guys played much of that one a couple years ago. It's basically, so I think it was the creators of 2 Point, the developer.
2 Point Studios.
They came from like, those guys came from Lionhead originally, and they worked on like a Black and White, and I think the original Fable a little bit. But like 2 Point Campus and 2 Point Hospital are kind of very much like that roller coaster tycoon style management.
Yeah, theme
where,
hospital.
Yeah, theme hospital. Like, you're building different buildings, and you're kind of trying to get people to go into like use your facilities, and there's like a shit ton of metrics and stats you can pull up if you really want to get into it, but you can also just kind of ignore that stuff. And it's just a really good one of those. You know, it's campus themed, which is fun. So they have fun little like weird courses, like you can get like a clown college course going?
Not for me.
A
Nice.
clown
Not
college
for
course.
me.
Yes, they have a clown college course. There's
I'm
like a
going to
medieval
clown
one.
college. I don't think any of us expected him to say that.
So now you have a decision to make,
Mhm.
Lucy James. You're on the spot. Okay? You now have to pick between 2 Point Campus
Uh-huh.
and the Sims expansion. Because that's also university based, isn't it?
No, it's high school. They already did. A
High school or whatever, but it's school based
Yeah.
What are the state? Like, why does she have to decide? Just because?
for the purposes of entertainment. If see you playing the other one, you're in fucking trouble.
Well, so okay, wait, now you've activated my trap card. Because we're going to an anime expo this weekend.
Hey.
I would play an anime expo convention simulator.
Convention
Convention
Yes.
simulator.
Oh my god.
Oh,
You
that
got to
is a
set up the
great
artist
idea.
alley.
Don't give
You
this away
gotta-
for free. Quiet.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Speaking of
2
giving
Point.
away
You wanna-
good ideas for free, though, Alex Van Aken yesterday tweeted that they should make a Pokemon management sim where you create the gym leaders, the region.
Oh, you're like
and
you create the whole league.
yeah, you create the league, you manage which Pokemon appear in different sections, you watch other people go through it.
Just
and
giving them out for free.
I know, he just tweeted it out. I was like, that's
the Pokemon
expensive.
company put out a game with 1 trillion Pokemon in it. But it wasn't the entire Pokedex, and everyone fucking
Everyone.
lost their mind. You think they're gonna?
true.
You think that they can release a management sim and include literally everything? And
Yeah,
people
but
like,
have
you
you
didn't
s-
include any of the gym leaders from Johto.
Have you seen the other stuff the Pokemon Company releases? Because no one gives a shit. No, people do. It's just like Pokemon Masters. Do you know what that is?
No.
Neither do I, but it's on mobile and a lot of people play it.
A lot of people
apparently.
play, yeah.
Wait, is
Pokemon
it?
Masters EX. They're
Pokemon
putting out a big
Masters
update for
EX. I think it's
It's a
like
real game.
it is. It's a real game. Pokemon Sleep.
A Pokemon Sleep.
That's
I know.
not
What the hell's
Yeah, that's-
Pokemon Sleep?
It's a Pokemon app that helps you sleep, but it's been delayed for like
They
30
get
years.
while you're
Stop it.
sleeping. Every now and then, one of the Pokemons just quietly comes up to you and goes, and you're like,
So when
"Fuck."
Pokemon say their name, you know,
Yeah,
they don't go. "Meh."
What if it was just that really awful like digital Game Boy 1 sound effect? Just
That's the noise they still
That's the noise they
use.
make.
That's true. They do.
I remember I tweeted about it,
In-game.
and I tweeted about
yeah,
like
you got in
and
trouble.
I got
Oh,
literal
you
death
got
threats. People
absolutely-
threatening to kill me, like in my DMs, being like, people were like, "I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna slit your throat in your sleep." That was one of the DMs that I got, and I was like, "Fucking, I'd like to see you try, bitch."
anyway,
the,
I would
the
I would-
Pokemon MOBA game. There's a lot of Pokemon games
what
out
was
there.
that one?
Pokemon Unite.
I would love to play like a management. Because can you imagine you're like the shadowy person that decides the fate of all these 10-year-olds?
I want to play as
But
Giovanni.
like, but
What,
like,
what if you could just say like, I don't like that kid, Professor. Give them a shit starter.
I
yeah,
don't like that child.
but also create
So-
your gym leaders. Choose what type they're going to use, Pokemon they're going to use,
Yes.
and then you observe.
and then you observe and you go like, they're beating Gym Leader 3 a little too quickly.
Yeah.
We need to change
Yeah.
this.
So you're
their
basically
rotation
trying
around.
to create the perfect league to ruin a Pokemon trainer's life.
Or you're trying to create like
Yes.
the perfect
Yes.
like
Wait,
balanced
wait,
Pokemon
no,
game.
that gym already exists, and that gym is Brock's gym when you're playing fucking Pokemon Yellow and you just really have a Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Oh yeah, and if you don't know to
So,
go catch the Mankey, or
We should call it, the game will be called the Pokemon Failure League.
yeah.
And your whole thing is to construct a world of Pokemon where you try and make every trainer fail.
or just make them see. I feel like that's just actually you're kind of teaching people how to like craft a good balanced like RPG of like
In the
difficulty
chat,
leveling and
people are talking about Pokemon. What is this? Cafe mix?
Oh yeah, Pokemon
Oh, yeah.
Cafe Mix, which
yeah.
they're putting Mewtwo in it or
Jacob
something.
McCourt
or,
said it likes.
it's like Candy Crush, right? I've
alright.
never played it.
Oh, there's a. I googled Pokemon EX Masters.
Where's the Pokemon
whatever,
cooking minigame?
and there's a lot of pictures.
There's that one where you make curry.
Yeah, but like where,
Pokeblocks.
but where I cook the Pokemon.
Oh,
where
as
you
in,
cook
like, you
the
kill
Pokemon.
and
They
make
they
Pokemon?
added a. Did you see the dog they added?
Oh,
Is it
Fido?
made of
Yeah.
bread?
Fido.
I need to roll that dog out. Get my
Yes.
bakery
Yeah, does
started.
have they ever talked about whether they eat Pokemon in?
Well,
the
they do,
universe?
Yeah,
They
they eat.
do?
Well, they eat Slowpoke tails.
They eat Magikarps.
They eat Magikarps.
Yeah, I mean the
Wow.
Slowpoke tails. Apparently, the tails regrow, so it's fine. It's
Yeah.
not cold.
Fine.
Wait. Heiji in the chat says, "Did y'all see Mewtwo fart in Pokemon Showcase?"
I
Pokemon
missed
what?
that part.
Pokemon Showcase on Wednesday.
Damn, farted.
Well, that answers my question. Does Mewtwo
I
fart?
didn't realize
Yeah.
that Mewtwo was a wind type Pokemon. There aren't wind type Pokemons, are they?
Flying.
The
Fuck!
flying kind of
Kind
works,
of.
yeah.
He used Gust.
He's
Yeah.
Gust.
Yeah. Oh, it was right there. I don't.
Yeah. Whirlwind.
Because Edmund says which Pokemon are deserving of death.
Which Pokemon are deserving of death?
Buzzswole.
Jinx.
Jinx.
Jinx, yeah, Jinx.
I
Jinx
fucking
needs
hate
to-
Jinx.
They need to be removed. Jinx needs to be
Mr.
removed
Mime.
from the. No, Mr. Mime's elite. If only
I
for
hate
the,
Mr. Mime as well.
Mime
Mr.
Jr.
Mime.
is
Mr.
great.
Mime Jr. is fine. Yeah,
Sure,
Mr.
Mime-
Mime's like
Mime
a shit
I
Pokemon.
think you're making them up.
But Mr. Mime in the Pokemon Detective Pikachu movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Me-
sure.
Mr. Mime makes that movie.
I don't
Oh,
like
yeah.
Mime Jr.
Yeah.
I don't like Mime
Yeah, Mime Jr. is the
Really?
blue one, right? Yeah, it looks terrible. It looks like
I like
it
Mime
looks
Jr.
like
Yeah.
someone curled a turd out.
I mean, nothing wrong with that. That's the natural process.
So, what was the question again? Which Pokemon
Which
would you
Pokemon
remove?
deserve death?
Deserve death?
Well, according to the audience, none of them ever.
Yeah,
I've
never
typed
to
in
be-
worst Pokemon of all time.
Oh, what's that one that looks like a I was gonna say paperclip.
What the
but
fuck
Clippy.
is that?
Yeah.
Which one?
I don't know the name of that
Some
one.
weird fish.
Rainbow looking fish.
Rainbow looking fish. Stunfisk. This is an article written by Keem Ma, former.
I mean, probably
GameSpot.
Beedrill because it's just a hornet.
Beedrill. I mean, I'm okay with Beedrill. Wait, was that?
Giant hornet.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay, I don't care about that Pokemon.
So, yeah, are we basing them off of like their attitude or just like I don't like the way you look?
Oh, Zubat. Yeah, I hate you.
Look at this one.
What's that?
Oh, sock.
Suck my balls. How did you not see that?
How the hell did you walk straight into that?
I hate this place.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's some real shit, but there's one called Watchdog
Oh.
that is just a giant fucking shit-looking chipmunk.
No, there's one that's got Trump hair. That's pretty bad. What is it? Someone in the
Is
chat.
it this? There's a Pokemon called Licky Icky,
kinda
which
shaped
I
like
don't
him.
like.
I think they look cute. I like look at.
This one's called Licky Icky.
He's just look at his dumb little smile. It's
He does
adorable.
have a silly little.
Damn, we need to hook up your laptop to like.
Yeah.
The
Sure, you
stream.
want that?
Eventually.
There's things on here that
I
no
was
one
gonna
needs to
show
see.
you on that.
I mean, like we can do that, but sure, yeah.
Maybe it's
There's a
enough
lot
for
of
the
bad
future.
Pokemon in here. Like
What?
this list.
Gulpin's great. Oh no, that's Gulpin's
Gulpin.
evolution. Yeah, Gulpin.
Gulpin.
All right. We should probably move on from this
favorite.
because
Yeah.
it's just a staring at Tam's screen.
Yeah, it is.
Wasn't
I
this
just want to look
wasn't
at
this originally
number one on this list, Paras. Which Paras is
Aw.
fine.
Yeah.
Paras.
fine.
There's a lot worse.
Well,
Trubbish.
well,
should
okay,
go
okay.
before
Here's the thing, though.
Paras.
If you think of the actual like lore behind Paras and Parasect, super fucked up. That's some
Yeah.
Last of Us shit.
I actually don't even know.
Oh, the whole
The
thing is
fungus took over the animal, right?
yeah, the mushroom on top of it took over and like basically mind controls the creature, like the cordyceps in Last of Us. So
No, that's dope.
Druckmann
I'm all for
stealing
that.
from the Pokemon universe
Yeah.
yet again.
He doesn't have any original ideas.
No ideas.
Gets it all from
But
Pokemon,
anyway, Two
Indiana
Point
Jones.
Campus.
yeah, 2 Point Campus is cool. You get to
Did you enroll in Clown College or no?
yeah, I started at Collin College. It's cool. Yeah, you like, and you can. There's like weird. You can have like clubs. So it's like, oh, everyone's gonna join the sleep club where they can like learn how to manage sleep better, which means that they can like they don't have to go back to their rooms as often. So it's it's just I don't know. It's just a fun, good management time.
need that.
It's extremely fucking British.
Oh
Yeah,
god,
it's
yeah.
2
it
Point
is.
Studios are a British studio.
Oh, I wish I wrote down some of the names. Some of the names were just like.
I had someone that was a janitor and his name was like
gonna message-
Jack Off or something, and I was like,
Jack Offman.
yeah, it was like I was like
Jack Offerman.
Jack Offman.
I'm gonna message Georgia to take
To
a
send you
photo
of
of.
everything. But how
Why
easy?
is Dr. Pebbles saying behind you turn around?
Uh,
Now I'm scared.
But there's a food in that called cheesy grubbins.
okay.
And they like
Yeah.
because the whole thing is like there's a radio that kind of like talks about them, and then you'll have like a sponsor come in, and it's like this guy, and he's like, I'm the cheesy gremlin from Cheesy Grubbins, and I'm here to come around and spread the joy of Cheesy Grubbins, and I'm like, thank you. Here's Here, give me my $5,000.
How easy is it for people who might not be super experienced with management sims to get into?
I think it's pretty easy. It definitely can get difficult later on, but I think it does so one thing I really like about it is there are multiple you take something like the like Roller Coaster Tycoon, where it just kind of like throws you in the deep end and you're just like, oh, I don't really know what to do.
Yeah.
In this, it has objectives that it's like, hey, like make this, then do this, and it kind of like you'll get like a star system, and so you constantly have goals to shoot for, and each campus you do starts off kind of pretty basic, where it's like, okay, all you need to do is like get your students to have all C's and for this course, and then once you unlock the next campus you go to that, they'll introduce like, all right, we're now going to add this new, like we're going to add the clown college now, and we're going to do this. So I think it does a pretty good job of like slowly integrating its systems over time, as opposed to just like throwing you in the deep end and you just have all these options and you're like, I don't know what the fuck any of this is. So I think it's very approachable and a good time.
Very British.
Extremely British. We'll see if
Extremely
Hey,
British.
Hugo in the chat says that reminds me of Master Bates from Oliver Twist.
Was it Oliver Twist or wasn't it the ship one? And it was like
Titanic?
Roger.
Moby Dick.
No, it was like Master Bates and Roger the Cabin Boy were the two famous ones.
Oh, you'll be watching. Final Fantasy.
Yeah. So on the podcast of, I think like beginning of the year, maybe it was a while ago, I said that I was starting Final Fantasy IX. I have now beaten Final
Captain
Fantasy
Pugwash.
IX.
Captain Pugwash. Well, first things first. I met the
The
creator
rest.
of Captain Pugwash. It was interesting. Final Fantasy IX, you finished it. Did you like it?
I loved it.
Why
good, isn't
9?
Why 9?
Why'd you pick 9?
We've been going through all of the PlayStation 1. So we
Oh, good lord! So how many of you have you just been playing through?
So we started with so back when Remake came out, what, 2 years ago
Okay,
now?
I see.
2020.
Yeah,
I was like, man, I really like that game. I should go play the original 7 because I've never played it. Went and played that, had a good time, enjoyed it, and then said, okay, we should just keep going. Played 8, hated it. I did not like 8.
Aww.
Very sorry to all the people that like 8.
Is that the weird one with like the hockey team or
Yeah,
some
that's
shit?
weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
I thought I was going to be all in on it, and to be fair, the hockey team part's pretty good, but
Laguna's great.
There's individual characters and moments that are good, but like the overall story I thought was like bad. I did not like. Tam, what happens in Final Fantasy VIII?
I have no idea. There's a bunch of gardens. There's beef. Ultimisia.
Who's the villain?
Ultimisia.
Do you know what her deal is?
She's ultimate. Sia. Okay. I don't remember. I remember understanding at the time, and I was thinking, this is just high school teen drama in a weird sci-fi setting.
If it's
Ultimately,
stuck to that,
I was just like,
it's trying to do way too much because it's like
Yeah.
high school drama, but then it's like, but also they're like child mercenary soldiers, and also there's a time traveling witch that you have to murder,
Ultimisia.
and then there's a moon where monsters rain from the sky
That
with
sure
sounds
is
blood.
dope as fuck.
It's-
Yeah,
it
what
It
is
is
dope.
sounds
Yes.
cool, but it makes no fucking sense.
It's fine. Don't
It's
worry about it. It's got Zell in it. Okay, that's all that matters. Zell's great. He likes to punch stuff.
Zelia.
Zell, yeah, indeed. And then he does an uppercut, and dolphins come out. It's fantastic. It's brilliant.
It's
But
got-
9
it's
is
got-
my
Wait,
favorite.
wait, we've got Junon in chat. The moon drips a big ball of monsters onto the earth so that this witch can collapse time? Question mark.
Nailed it.
Yeah,
What's the witch's name?
Ultimisia.
Hell yeah. 9 is my favorite though.
9 is excellent. So yeah, I went from like 7's pretty good. 8 I did not like, and I was like, all right, I don't know about this Final Fantasy thing. I'm one for
One for one?
1 for 1 or 1 for 2. What?
Yeah.
But then 9 just immediately from the get-go just like captures you with like what's happening with its characters. I wasn't confused. I understood the stakes. Everyone's so clearly defined. I think just it feels like such a pitch perfect JRPG to me in terms of just like the party roster, the events, the combat, like everything about it just felt like a perfect game. Like I would describe it as almost like a perfect game. Like as far as like a JRPG goes. Like I've failed to. The only thing that's bad about it is the trance system is garbage. But that's
It's
like the
not great.
one thing that's bad about it.
And also it's got some really unexpected difficulty spikes.
It does.
Out of nowhere,
It
a boss
does
will
get
just absolutely
kind of difficult in spots. That is true.
destroy you. Did you fight Ark? Ark is like a hidden boss. It's just a giant ship.
No, I didn't fight that one. I
remember that was being like one of the hardest bosses I've ever
fought
fought.
Satan. I fought that one.
Okay,
I think.
I don't remember that.
I just fought the ones that I like knew I was gonna get like stuff I wanted out of.
So it was. I'm trying to remember because it's been so long since I played. I only played this 9 once. I remember it being like of the PlayStation era, it was the one that I liked the most.
It's got the best characters.
Zidane?
Vivi. Yeah, Zidane's the main character. Vivi. Garnet. Steiner's
Steiner,
great.
a very wide boy.
Yes, he's excellent.
Quina?
Queena's great.
She's
Queena's
just
like
a giant licky tongue.
yeah,
person.
it's like this weird creature with a giant tongue who's just obsessed with eating food and cooking,
Same.
and is like kind of the joke character because
Doesn't Quina have like a weird backstory?
Queena does have like a weird backstory. They like live in a swamp and there's like a mini game where you collect frogs.
Yeah, that's the one.
That'll power
like
up.
Shrek.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Shrek.
yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
they're basically Shrek. Again, everything. Yeah, they just ripped
And
off.
then there's the little, is it Cujo? One of the characters, the red-haired
Jotaro
one.
Kujo.
Maybe there's the red-haired one, right?
Amaranth. Kuja.
No wait, Cuja's someone else.
No,
Amaranth?
Kuja is
Amaranth?
Amaranth. You're thinking of Amaranth, the big
Kuja's
tall
the main
guy.
bait guy?
Yeah,
bad guy.
Yeah, Kuja's the bad guy.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
You're thinking of Amaranth, the really like tall,
Oh,
lanky
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
He's okay. He's probably the weakest character.
Does hot tub streams on Twitch.
What? Is
Sorry,
that what we...
I was thinking of Amaranth.
Oh,
Oh my god. I was like, is that what we're categorized as now?
but it has. I think it just has like such a perfect cast. I think the narrative is just pitch perfect. I like went away from that game being like, damn, this is like maybe one of my favorite
It's good,
RPGs
right?
I've ever played. It's really good.
I really
It's-
love the opening theater scene. Mm-hmm. Where are you doing like fencing or like you do like a fight while a play is happening in the background?
At some point, because it reveals that the play is just a facade to kidnap the princess, and then
yeah.
like at some point you're like doing a fight, and at first you're doing like a fake fight as part of the play, and
Yeah,
then you're
and
doing
then
an
it becomes
actual
an
real
actual fight,
fight,
yeah.
and the audience still thinks it's like
It's
part of the
it's such
play,
a
which is really good.
moment.
It-
9 holds up really
It
well.
holds
as
up
well.
extremely well. It also it feels like it's like the perfect send off to like that era of Final
yeah.
Fantasy, because I think it's the last game that Sakaguchi had any real involvement in at all. Like he was kind of like the producer, and I think he helped with the script. And after that, he pretty much bowed out working on like Final Fantasy directly. So like, and then like all the different like characters and names. There's a lot of nods to Final Fantasy IV specifically. Apparently, it's like because I played with my brother, and he kind of described it as it's a game that makes me feel incredibly nostalgic for an era of video games that I don't actually have any nostalgia for, because I never actually played these games as a kid. But like just playing it, I was like, oh man, like I'm just like I'm feeling it. I'm feeling like the love of like all these old like Final Fantasy games, and it felt like I was playing like the last great one before it kind of moved over. I actually played it on an original PlayStation 1.
Okay.
Ooh.
It is on Steam though. I just checked.
Interesting. I might check it out.
It's really good.
I haven't played many Final Fantasy games, but I was curious, are you going to go on to 10 or are you done, you think?
played 10 though, right?
No, I haven't played 10.
Oh, dude,
so
10
that's
is
the thing.
fun.
Yeah, like I say all this, I've only ever played my Final Fantasy experiences. I tried 13 and I bounced off of it. I tried 15 and I bounced off of it. I've tried a little bit of 14 and I'm attempting to stick with it. We'll see how that goes.
Have you tried 12?
No. So I haven't played any of the PS2
Forgot
era
about
ones.
Beatrix in Final Fantasy 9.
Zodiac Age is so good. Like the
But see,
job system is
that's
so
what I hear. So it's like
fun.
now that I've
Yeah.
And it's basically Star Wars. Is like
It's on Switch
basically
as well.
A New Hope.
That's what I've heard. So now that I've played all the PS1s, I'm like, time to go
PS2
to
era.
the PS2. I think I'm going to actually stick with the PS1 and play like a couple PlayStation 1 RPGs that I missed, like
Vagrant Story?
Vagrant Stories 1, Chrono Cross, maybe Final Fantasy Tactics. I heard that one's pretty good.
Yeah,
from
Tactics is great.
Peter Brown.
But you should definitely play. 10 is so much fun.
No, I'm really excited to get to it. But yeah, played it on the original PlayStation 1 because I'm a nerd like that. Hooked it up to my CRT and everything. It was like, oh, I'm gonna play it like that. But I've heard like the ports are pretty good.
Oh, which one? 10?
9.
9. I've never played a port. I played a bit of it on PSP, Vita, one of those two. And I
10
remember.
came out on.
I'm talking about 9.
Oh,
9 I
sorry,
played on Vita or PS, one of those two. I remember like the Black Mage fights being like particularly rough, and I was like, oh.
Oh man.
I
Did you know
forgot how hard
that?
these were.
That game has. Also, I think it's just like the peak of like that PlayStation 1 sort of like well, what do you call it? Where like the backdrops are all like fake and
stuff,
like it's like the peak of that design.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
it looks so good though.
Hold on, we have
Discord
I was gonna say,
notifications.
like, is that me?
That's just us. Hold on, let me. But like Final Fantasy VII. Revolutionary at the time, pretty rough to go back to presentation-wise. Doesn't look great. I think 8 is like a huge leap up, but like 9 just feels like it's like the victory lap. Like we have perfected our like tech on the PlayStation 1.
Yeah, it looks so nice. I remember being blown away by it back in the day, and even today, it still looks pretty good.
One cutscene in particular where they like blend like the 3D character running with like a pre-rendered cutscene, and I was just like, damn, even like today I would be like, I would have no idea how to do this. This is impressive.
There's some like backgrounds and like areas in that game that are like so detailed that you can like really get lost in them.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at one now, that carnival area.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know, ran around that for ages.
And
like, Jesus.
It's a shame because I think like the PC port is like it doesn't look great because they kind of blow those up and try and like AI generate, but people have found out that there do exist high res asset versions of some of those backgrounds, so there is a modding project where people are trying to like put those back into the PC version. The problem is I think only like some of them exist, and Square didn't do the greatest job archiving that stuff, but that's a bummer.
So you're going on to 10 now, right?
Yeah, I'll eventually go on to 10. We're taking a little bit of a break because I'm playing. The reason it took me so long is because I play it with my brother over like Parsec, and we would just play like a few hours every Sunday, like for the last like couple months. So we're taking a little bit of a break, and then we'll eventually go.
10's
to 10.
good. 12 is really good. So you're in for a good few times. Those were the only two. No, 10, 10, 2. 10, 2 is basically 10. What if 10 was a J-pop video game?
See, I think that's the one that George is going to probably really like because she's been with us.
It starts off with a literal J-pop concert. And you're
excellent.
Like, and it is fucking great. I listened to that soundtrack footage. It is massively underrated, I think.
She's been with us the whole time, but like is kind of like dipped in and out of interest because I think it's just kind of hard for her to like engage with some of that
if
stuff.
she wants to invest in 10 too, she needs to kind of be there, I think, for 10.
Okay, so I'll tell her that like here, you gotta stick with 10.
Yeah,
so that you can get.
But
to
10 is
too.
very easy to stick with because it's got some very like interesting or like very emotional
very
story
cinematic
beats
too.
as well. Yeah,
it'll probably be
cinematic,
better.
yeah.
I think 8 is what pushed her out because she also did not like 8. She was like, I don't know what
that makes
the fuck
sense.
is going on with this shit.
10 like opens and it's like a banger from the very outset.
Yeah.
So you'll have a good time. I've played 10 maybe like 5 or 6 times.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the most like I feel playable of them all. Like most fun to jump in and out of.
And you get Titus's laugh too.
You get to see Titus's
Yeah.
laugh.
Yeah. The titular Titus laugh.
The titular Titus laugh.
You also get to meet Orin, who's one of the coolest characters in video games.
You might remember him from
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts.
2? Was he in?
Do you think I'll be able to find any good like VV figures at Crunchyroll or something? Like I'm looking around. Do you think is
Probably
9 a little
not.
more niche?
9 is
Trying
quite
to-
niche, but he's more like there's
I'm sure I'll
definitely
find some,
loads
like-
of VV figures online.
Right.
VV is like one of the most beloved.
I wanted
VV
VV,
Rule
Fantasy
30.
VV and
Why are you looking at
What?
VV?
Yeah,
Rule
don't-
No,
No,
I
that's
just
a
said
child.
it as a
VV
my
is a
joke.
boy, my son.
I don't
would
know
you
how
do
old
this?
Vivi is.
VV is a child. But also there's a One Piece. You'll definitely find VV figures, but it will be
VV?
VV from One Piece.
Okay, different VV. Yeah, I want VV and I want Freya.
Freya's good.
'Cause Freya's good.
Jess was in the chat earlier and said that Quina is actually one of the first non-binary video game characters.
They are. They kind of mess it up in the translation a little bit because instead of calling them they, them, because that exists, the translators just gave up, so everyone just calls her he, she. which is
He,
really
she.
weird. Yeah, just in it, they're just like, oh, I don't know, he, she went that way, and I was like, guys,
They?
they exist.
Yeah.
It's a term, you could have just used that. Like, I don't know why they didn't just go with that. It's a very strange
It's
choice.
a word. It was a word. You could have used it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
90s localization. Or no, 2000. That was
2000,
2000. Yeah.
Yeah. So Final Fantasy 9 success.
Yes, success. Excellent game. Highly
Another
recommend
person
it.
playing Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I'm
This
back
guy.
on back on 14, baby.
Well, are you still getting up in the morning and just getting through?
A little bit. Kind of slowed down because I have to go into the office now, and I don't have as much time to kill in the morning. You know, I gotta shower, brush my teeth, eat, all that stuff.
Yep,
so
yep.
don't have quite as much time, but I have been playing it. I think I'm over halfway through Heaven's Word now.
Ooh.
Enjoying it a lot more now that I'm out of the original area, the Realm Reborn stuff. It still hasn't quite clicked with me as hard as it has other people.
You haven't cried yet.
I haven't cried yet, but I think it's going to take more time for that.
Okay.
I think it's going to take a little more time.
Can you feel emotions being stirred by it?
Slightly. They're setting up the pieces, but if they don't pull it off, I don't think.
Hyam is always crying about it, but Hyam's the worst marker of emotional.
That's
kind of
true.
like-
Yeah,
he
yeah.
cries at everything.
Yeah.
So
Kirby made him cry.
Kirby
you
made
know?
him cry. Nia made him cry. Like he'll play Tetris and cry.
Yeah.
If you give
I
him
will
options.
say the music is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
And if anything's gonna make me cry, it'll probably be the music mixed with a little bit of emotion that the characters give out.
I've heard nothing but good things about that soundtrack.
Yeah, it's very good. I've even been listening to the Heavensward soundtrack on Spotify, even though I'm not
Wow.
done with the game yet,
Off the
because
clock.
there are songs there that are incredible. The thing that sucks, I want to try now that there's world travel. I think they added that a couple updates ago, where Jean-Luc, we can actually play together now.
Yeah.
Because right now I feel like I'm kind of in a little box when I play Final Fantasy XIV because I'm in a separate server than you, Michael, Ben. I have one friend who was the one who walked me through A Realm Reborn, who's in that server. He was the one who told me to join that server, so he could walk me through it, which, to be fair, I don't know if Michael or Ben or anyone would have the time to actually, Ben, I'm sure if I asked him, he'd be like, I'd make time. But to be fair, my friend offered, so I was like, okay, I'll join that server. And now he is playing Xenoblade, so he halted his subscription. So I'm on my own now, and it is a little lonely, I would say.
Okay.
You know, like when we're playing Destiny, because I've been playing a little bit of Destiny too, but when we're playing Destiny, it's nice because playing with you and Callie, and we're you know, we're doing missions together, and Final Fantasy feels like a solo experience. To be fair, apparently that's why it works so well as a story-based MMO, is because that story is told from your character's perspective. I mean, yeah, I guess every MMO kind of is, but you know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I'm still playing it. I'm at least gonna get through Heaven's Word. If Heaven's Word really hooks me, I'm gonna keep going. But as of now, I think if Heaven's Word ended now, I would probably stop.
Okay.
But there's more to do.
Interesting. I'm still interested in getting back to it, but got a lot going on. Oh, I don't actually, but
Yeah, it's a time commitment, but I do
Yeah.
appreciate that people have talked about this before, but they do a pretty good job of making it easy to level up front for that at the beginning of the week. And then if you can keep playing, sure, but your gains are going to decrease pretty heavily. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to just play 12 hours at a time. Like it's better played, you know, run a dungeon a day or something like that.
Yeah, Spartan Chris in the chat says, I stopped Heaven's Word as well. It's fun, but it's such a time commitment. So you got to be prepared to spend a lot of hours.
Georgia sent me the name, the British name that we
Oh,
wrote
let's
down.
hear it.
Please.
It was a janitor named Godfrey Pudding, and his picture was him dabbing.
I saw one and his picture was dabbing, and I was like, gotta hire that man.
Yeah.
Straight in.
Godfrey
There's some good humor in that game.
Godfrey pudding.
Jake, you mentioned Destiny.
Yeah, I actually don't have much to say about it because I haven't played a
Destiny.
whole lot, but Jean-Luc is kind of walking me through trying to get back into Destiny. What I want to talk about, though, is MultiVersus because,
Oh, wait, have you been playing now?
well, I played the closed beta. Wasn't wild about it. I thought it had some neat ideas, but it didn't feel great. Apparently, they addressed a lot of those issues that other people had. And apparently, the full release game is much better or in a better state. That said, I still don't like that game.
You mean you don't like playing Arya Stark versus Batman?
I mean, that's cool.
That's cool.
I think the game itself is dope, and I'm happy they're bringing all these characters together, and I'm happy people are getting into this. But as someone who plays Smash Bros. Regularly, it just feels like crap to me. I just don't like playing it. I don't.
What is it about it that feels bad? Because we put a review up, it got 8 out of 10. And there's not, based on everyone that I see talking about it, they say it feels good.
So I think I'm a little biased here because I think it's less that the game feels bad and more that I'm so used to how Smash Bros. Feels that playing MultiVersus I found very difficult. And
I was going to say, how many hours do you have in Smash now at this point?
like 600 or something. And that is just on my console. And to be fair, a lot of the Smash I play is on other people's consoles.
Well, because you walk in and just demolish them at home and then just leave.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm happy people are enjoying it, and I think it's cool that it's good. And I think have a really cool foundation of how they're going to update it regularly, add more characters. That's something that I wish Smash Bros. Was made. It was built with that in mind. Like, yeah, they had the battle pass, but after that battle pass, they were done. The online in Smash, not great. I think MultiVersus definitely beats it out in terms of online play. But for me, just that moment-to-moment gameplay is it just feels too sticky. I guess I don't know. It feels.
Are you
too
playing on
sticky.
your own?
I played a little bit with some friends, and then I've done a couple matches solo.
Did you do 2v2 mode or the free for all?
2v2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the main thing that they have going, right? Like 2v2
Which I once again I'll say I think is cool because a lot of the characters are built for that, and it's cool how people experiment with different characters and how different characters work in unison. But to me, like, yeah, sure, that's cool, but it just doesn't feel right. And it's hard to describe. But Smash Bros is just I've spent so much time with Smash Bros. It's really hard for me to. I had the same thing with the Nickelodeon All-Star Brawls. That game did not feel good.
No.
Firstly, how much is Nintendo paying you to say all this? Secondly,
I wish I wish they were paying.
I think like the other games that have been Smash like have just been outright not good. Like,
yeah,
I play those and I'm like, I played those, a couple of them, and I was like, this is just like very pale imitation. From the little I've played of MultiVersus, I'm like, I feel like it's a considerably better game than any Smash clone that has come previously. It's still not as good as Smash, but I think it's got a lot of potential. I think that it's perhaps the only game that has come out since since the first ever Smash clone. I don't know what it would be like. I don't know, Jump All Stars or even like Battle Royale that can actually exist alongside Smash. And I think that's a pretty big market because Smash is still it's locked on one platform. So its player base is going to be limited by that virtue. 2, it's like not free to play, whereas MultiVersus is. 3, like they are going to keep shoving characters into that thing for a long time, I reckon.
Yeah, there's that.
I was going to say, they kind of
they've had to
delay the first season.
Yeah.
I mean, like they would have already had the contracts in place for the upcoming slate of characters.
Ted Lasso's rumored to be added, which
Ted
is
Lasso,
very strange. But I think that's dope.
Ted Lasso over Roy Kent? That's mad.
Yeah, I know. Roy Kent would probably be better.
Although if we're getting Discovery, what?
Richard Attenborough, let's go.
Yeah, I was gonna say your favorite trash. Where's Zach Baggins?
Zach Baggins, Ghost Hunters.
No, wait, she's TLC. Is that the same?
I don't know. Zach Baggins, the Property Brothers,
Big Ed.
Big Ed. The 90 Day Fiance.
That's included.
Big Ed versus Rose.
Mythbusters, Adam and Jamie, or Buster. Add Buster.
Discovery. Wait, Discovery Plus. What was even on there? What show
Didn't
Trixie
Jan used to work
Motels?
for Mythbusters? Couldn't? Yeah, like let's get Jan.
Let's get
in.
Jan.
Yeah.
Put
Yeah,
Jan
put Jan.
Ochoa in MultiVersus.
Yes.
Trixie.
Trixie
Gotcha.
Motel.
Trixie Motel.
Yeah, you
So
could get
technically,
Trixie.
they could put Trixie in.
I would
Then I'd play it.
Oh wait, Deadliest Catch. So
Some fish.
just a giant and
The boat.
diners, drive-ins, and dives. So you could technically get
Guy
Guy.
Fieri.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, that would be dope.
If they put Guy Fieri, see, this is what
I'm
I'm
sorry,
saying. The
there's-
potential
Okay.
is off the
Okay, sorry,
chain here.
I am just looking at some fucking shows that they make. And Brian Altano did like a very funny Photoshop earlier
Yeah.
about like fake shows that are in the Discovery Plus thing. And one of them was called Stop Sending Me Clocks, which I really enjoyed. But so they actually have shows in here called, this one, I Love a Mama's Boy. I've seen clips of on TikTok. Which is terrifying, where
Yeah.
it's like the dude in the relationship was just like obsessed with his mum, and there was this one clip where it was like, I know I got a sexy mum, and he like pats her on the ass.
Oh my god.
Is 90 Day Fiance on Discovery
Yeah,
It
Plus?
is, yeah.
Okay.
That's where Big Ed comes from.
Okay,
Naked and
cool.
Afraid.
Oh yeah, Naked and Afraid.
We've got See No E. Oh, How It's Made.
Yeah, just
Oh,
get the
yeah,
How It's Made
How It's
voiceover
Made.
Yeah,
person.
that's what someone in the chat just said.
Yeah,
Put the
how-
voice from How It's Made.
That'd be
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Married
get them
at
as like the
First
narrator,
Sight.
yeah, or the announcer
Yeah.
pack.
Yeah.
Married at First Sight. Gold Rush. Ancient Aliens. Wait,
Get the-
I'm afraid we've got the winner.
Hold on.
Dr. Pimple Pop.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was going to say. Get Dr. Pimple Popper in
Yeah.
MultiVersus.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
And
there's...
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, of course. Where is Behind the Magicians? Is that... surely, because if we can get Val Valentino in there,
Magicians.
imagine.
Netflix is getting into games, right? When are they making their Smash clone?
Yeah, put the Stranger
Put the
Things
Stranger
kids in there.
Things,
It's
yeah.
The problem
Fox.
is that they've canceled all of their
Their shows.
fucking characters. so
I want like the live action Cowboy Bebop people to fight like the people from Bridgerton or something. Like I just want them.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I think it has potential.
Yeah.
That game. I feel like for the people that I know that aren't like as into Smash, or like are more capable of just like pivoting to other games, they seem to be very into it. Like,
Yeah, I agree. I think, I mean, all in all, I think it's pretty cool, and I'm stoked that people are enjoying it, and I'm stoked that it's got the reception it's getting, because I want more Smash clones. I get not clones, but I want more games in that space, because for so long Smash just kind of dominated it. I mean, there was PlayStation All Stars.
Oh
which,
Oh yeah, that was another one.
that was a game.
Sure it was.
So I think it's cool, but for me personally, I don't think I can go back. I mean, Smash feels so good. It feels so responsive, so snappy. All the characters have the right weight to them. I don't really feel that in MultiVersus. A lot of characters just feel the same. To be fair, I've only played like 4 or 5. I've not played through. I've played Arya Stark, Superman, Wonder Woman, Harley Quinn, and I tried to play LeBron, but I didn't have I didn't have enough whatever
Warner
money.
Bucks.
Yeah, Warner Bucks to get LeBron. Apparently he's experimental. I do like that too, how they label characters that are experimental, which kind of makes me think that they might change this character. It could change around, and that's something
cool.
that, like, I love Smash, but I think that's something that franchise could use, because they'll release a character that's really broken, and sure, they'll tweak it, but I mean, broken's not the right word. I think they balance them as much as they can, at least for casual play, but every now and then I think there's a character that needs to be rethought. Like, I like sometimes their moveset just doesn't match the modern interpretation of that character. I think Samus is probably a good example.
Sure.
Of just having Samus might be good, but there's a couple characters that it's like, where the fuck does this move come from? It's just random. It doesn't work. But
it was probably me in the chat says, sounds like playing Ghost of Tsushima, I assume, after playing Sekiro.
yeah, probably.
Which is-
That's probably how I felt, because I
Sure.
didn't stick with Ghost of Tsushima.
Or just like any of the like
Any game where you swing a sword.
like I tried like Mortal Coil or like some of those other like from
Oh, yeah.
Souls likes and they all have like their own thing, but I'm always just like it just doesn't
feel the same.
Doesn't have
feel
that
the same.
Miyazaki touch.
Yes, Multiverse doesn't have that Sakurai magic. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. It was his birthday the other day. Happy birthday to
Oh,
Sakurai
happy
san.
birthday.
Yeah.
And no one else.
Yeah.
Honestly,
James Hetfield from Metallica.
My favorite part about Smash was like not even playing it, was just I was excited for a new character because I was really excited to watch those videos where
Oh, yeah.
Sakurai was just sitting there at his desk.
Yeah.
Just
Or in his home
Or in
because
his
of
home.
COVID.
Because of COVID.
yeah, and then he's just like I'm gonna play the character, and then he's like making jokes with the crew, and you can
Yeah.
hear like the camera people behind laughing.
And
I
he
was
describes how he plays 2 characters at once with.
like, yeah, and I was
he's
like,
so pleasant.
Oh, when he has the
adorable.
fucking Sora poster behind
And I'm
him.
like, oh, but just an adorable
He's so
man.
pleasant that it leads me to believe that when the cameras are off, he's probably like a tyrant.
No!
I don't
He's
know.
gotta be like
No,
that.
he
I
probably
refuse to
immediately
believe.
goes to sleep.
Punch.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
he does.
he's
I think he's like out there. He leaves and smokes a kind of cigarettes and just like
Yeah,
walks
probably. I
around
could see
punching children.
Maybe not the punching, but smoking lots of cigarettes. My favorite Sakurai tweet was after the battle passes ended. He took a picture of a plushie he had of one of the Among Us characters, and he said, "Now I can tweet this because people won't think it's coming to Smash." Or he's like, "I can tweet my plushie collection because people." Won't
Oh
think
yeah,
it's
that
coming."
man. Like, I'm sure anything he ever posted on Twitter was just
Was just-
scrutinized.
Yeah.
Smash. Well, yeah,
Smash?
people would write up articles like certain websites would just write up entire articles of a picture he posted.
If he
Oh my
had
God.
any, if I was his social media manager, I'd go to like Pornhub, find a porn star, and post a picture of that, and people would be like, "Smash, put him in Smash."
And that would be your last
No,
day
she
as a
will not
social
be in
media
Smash.
manager.
This man will not be in Smash. Lucy, what have you been playing?
Well, I've been playing 2 Point Hospital. I have been playing Cult of the Lamb. Can't talk about that. And I've watched The Sandman. I can't talk about that.
Sweet.
So no. So I will say, I'm growing more annoyed at the fact that I don't have a Steam Deck.
Yeah, you are.
Same.
Has it got anything to do with me constantly sending you pictures of Steam Deck?
I went to the Millers last night and I was talking to Greg about Cult of the Lamb, and he just went, "Oh, it's so great to have a Steam Deck." And I was like, "Fuck you! Fuck you! You hate PC gaming." And he was like, "Oh, Steam Deck's great though."
There's a game I can't talk about that I've been playing on the Steam Deck, and it's pretty cool. I don't know if.
So last week,
Another one.
Yeah.
last week, I was so annoyed that I didn't have a Steam Deck, and I wanted to play Bear and Breakfast and the other games I've been playing on my couch.
These are real poverty hours. What she's about to explain is like, wow.
No. So I realized, and you can't talk because I was texting you throughout
I
the whole
set
thing,
it up
and you were
immediately.
like,
I was like,
"Cool."
holy shit. This is great.
I fucking discovered that my TV, Tam and I bought the same TV in the same Black Friday sale, has the Steam Link app on it already.
Oh.
And apparently, according to my very rudimentary Googling, if you are on the same network and both are plugged into your router, I'm not saying it how Americans
Router.
stop it, it's disgusting. Sorry, and it doesn't use, it barely uses any data. So I was there using Steam Link with a controller in my PC, just playing Bear and Breakfast. Except Bear and Breakfast doesn't have controller support at the minute. So right trigger was like click, the space bar was A, like it was a mess, and I couldn't keep doing it. But I was playing a bunch of Cult of the Lamb, and I was playing a lot of, I was about to say Theme Hospital, 2 Point Campus on that, and that was really good. Steam Link is very fun, it's very good.
Yeah, so when I started at GameSpot, someone gave me one of the original Steam Link things that you plug in, and it was awful. It was a miserable experience. We had pretty fast internet too at the time. I remember trying to play Witcher 3, and it was stuttering the entire time. But I've heard it's gotten much better now, and it sounds like
great.
the experience is pretty good. I've been curious to check it out because I spend enough time sitting at my desk.
That's
playing
exactly
games,
what I was like.
doing work.
Too much time on my desk. And so I did that. But the other thing I've been playing is I did get Sims 4 High School Years. That game is really broken at the minute. It's really broken at the minute.
Well, they have patched out incest.
They patched
now.
out the incest. Good
Yep,
for
they have.
them.
Well done to them.
I mean, the incest stuff aside, I luckily didn't get hit.
Liberals win again.
I luckily didn't get hit with the auto age up bug, but I know Georgia did. Georgia's texted our group that, and she was like, I've accidentally got a whole neighborhood of seniors now. But like even the curved walls are really bugged. There's a lot of other stuff going on. I have a sim currently, and I haven't actually even done the high school stuff yet because I built a family in preparation. and the baby's just been born, and I want to like age them up and then take him to school. But the husband of the family is constantly on like a sliver of sleep need, and that need won't fill up even if I send him to bed. And I even use cheats to like refill his needs, and it just stuck there. And I'm just like, oh, okay, I might have to kill you because this is annoying.
Hey,
The man has a problem.
You got to keep that house moving efficiently.
Honestly, if you don't get the sleep you need, it does feel like death. So.
Canadian Spoon, don't worry about it. You can get a mod for that.
Yeah, I downloaded and installed Sims, but now that they removed the incest, I'm just gonna uninstall it. It's pointless now.
There's mods for that. There's a mod for
is that what
everything.
you're talking about?
Yeah.
I want to know what priority incest falls in. Like when you receive bugs at a developer, you sort them in terms of priority, right? So how much is this going to affect the user? How much attention should we focus on this? How soon should we tackle it? Versus something smaller, like, oh, this player having trouble connecting. Obviously, we want to look into it, but we can't do it right away.
Clearly,
I want to know where incest falls on this.
It goes above old people rather
Yeah.
than aging.
Exactly.
I genuinely don't think. I think if it hadn't have been picked up, because people were like immediately news, the Reddit was on fire.
Yeah.
I think if it hadn't got that widespread, but unfortunately,
Someone sent an email to the Sims team being like,
but also it's because like they changed the wants and needs system to be more in line with like older Sims games, and so like apparently there's just like Sims walking around going like, yeah, we want to shag a family member.
Like, I guess is that log back into work at 9 p.m. to fix, or is that I'll wait until tomorrow?
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
you need to go back to the office right now.
I think that's from an executive level, log in at 9, but from a developer level, we'll fix that tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
We'll tell them we're working on
I've
it.
been playing quite a lot.
You should get a Steam Deck and then download The Sims onto the Steam
I'm
Deck.
trying.
Yeah, just get a Steam Deck.
Just
it's
get
that
a Steam
easy.
Deck. It's so
Yeah.
easy.
Easy.
They
It's
pushed me back to
available now.
Q4.
I've got 6 of them.
They pushed me back to Q4.
Yeah,
They
me
said
too.
they've finally started to fix the supply issue. So
Yeah,
they
they should
said
be
if you
showing
order
up.
one now, you should be getting it this year.
Yeah.
No. If you've already ordered one,
Oh,
when they
get it
announce
this
that, you
year.
get it this year.
Okay.
So we're good.
Got a message. I got a picture from young Andrew Goldfarb playing Elden Ring on his one. So I was like, wow,
Me too.
great job. He's figured it out.
But no. So and also Sandman,
Bring me
which
a
I can
dream.
talk about later.
I have been playing a little video game called Cyberpunk 2077.
What?
Oh,
Did you
yes.
not play it before?
No, I told you what happened
Oh.
with my Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah, it
drama.
just broke, right?
Well, they kept releasing 30 gig updates for it, and I was
Yeah,
on
they did do
Sonic. My
that.
internet was like
Oh.
hilariously bad on
What
the
I
last
see?
day. It was Sonic.
Yeah.
No,
Say it
sorry,
again.
but
Sonic. If you're watching Sonic, you're a fucking disgrace. Okay, top to bottom, your internet is beyond shit, and your customer service is also dog shit. So
How's your Sonic internet going, by the way, Jake?
It's better than that, but I'm supposed to get gigabit internet, and it's definitely not that.
they don't give a fuck. They do not care one
Yeah,
bit.
you didn't even have the like gigabit.
I had like the shit internet package. I called them and I was like, "Can I upgrade our package, please?" And the person on the other side was like, "You can, and we will take your money, but you will not get faster internet." And I was like, "I can't believe you are saying this to me over
To
the
my
phone
face.
to my face."
If you want to give us more money,
Yeah.
take it.
What I
was
love
like-
is that they were like, they when they set it up, they told me to install a app called Eros, which I can
Called a
manage.
fucking what?
Eros, I don't know. So I can manage my routers, and there's a speed test there,
Oh.
and the speed test always says like 1,000 megabytes upload,
They're liars.
1,000
No,
download.
they're liars.
way.
I can be right next to the router. I can plug directly into the router.
They're
It's 200
This is
at best.
This is something I figured out. Like they would do this thing where their customer service would be like, "Okay, I'm just gonna run some tests."
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, "We're just conducting a speed test," and they'll be like, "Oh, it says you've got full speed here." I'm like, "It says I have 0.1 megabyte update down here on don't fucking," and like they think that everyone's stupid as well. So they're like, I at one point I was like, "I work in technology, like I know how this stuff works." And they
I'm
just-
very online.
Yes, I am online all the time, and they were like, "No, we've got the."
Do you know who I am? I work for GiantBomb.com.
GiantBomb.com.
You were there when I was setting up my
Yeah.
internet with AT&T,
For your sins.
Verizon. And they were like, oh, so, trying to talk about like what package I need. And they were like, what do you, what are you going to be using the internet for? And I just went, well, for my sins, I'm a gamer.
Yeah. Can't believe you said that out loud.
And then it had been a long day of moving. But then I had issues with it where I was getting really slow speeds. And I was talking to the guy and he said, oh, what are you having issues with? And I said, oh, I'm trying to download a game and it's going really, really slowly. And he said, oh, what are you playing? I like Final Fantasy XIV. And so we had a nice little chat about gaming.
But yeah, so
And I haven't had an issue since. So
well done.
There you go.
Final Fantasy 14
you're
lad.
a gamer.
Yeah.
He's
like, I
gamer,
bet you find-
whitelisting this account.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's like actively checking in on the account every day. It still
Yeah.
works. Okay, cool.
Still
Carry
gaming.
on.
Still
No,
gaming.
Yeah, still gaming.
Opened Steam today.
Yeah, so like I got the game when it first came out, or before it first came out. It took me like a day to download it, and then the next day I was like, all right, gonna play this game. And because the game was so fucked, they had issued a patch by that point.
Yeah.
So it'll be like, here's a 30 gig patch, and I was like, okay, that's one day I can no longer play this again. So
It's the pre-launch patch.
it would, yeah, and then
the launch
and then
patch.
the
Day
same
one.
stuff. So like 4 or 5 times they kept putting out massive patches that took me entire days to download and play. And then when I got it eventually up and running, it was bugged to fuck for me. Like I could not play it. It was like, and I had a 2070 Super back then, so I could have run it perfectly fine, or 2080 Super, one of those two, a good card basically. And I just could not play it. So it basically reached a point where I was like, I'm abandoning this until it gets sorted out. I even bought it on PlayStation, and then that's when the PlayStation drama started happening, where it broke on PlayStation.
And then they shut it.
Yeah.
And then they were like, well, we're shutting it down. And I was like, oh, fuck,
Yeah,
I just
that's-
cannot play this game.
That's because no one could test the PlayStation version
Yeah,
pre-release.
exactly. So like I just abandoned Cyberpunk, and I was like, I'm gonna forget it. And then I completed Resident Evil 3 on stream, and I was like, I need this new stream game. And the chat was like, Cyberpunk? So I started playing Cyberpunk,
do you
and
think?
so far I'm only like an hour or so in, but the gunplay feels good.
They apparently
on PC.
changed a lot.
They
of
changed.
stuff.
They did.
It did not feel like that when I played it
No, it's a lot
originally,
better.
but like I was shooting some stuff, and I was like, this feels really good, like crunchy and nice. And I've got a 3090, obviously, and,
Ooh,
and like
maxing out that ray tracing?
I turned Raymond tracing off immediately because
Really?
I find it annoying.
No. It's, okay.
It's got DLSS and all. It does like fake ray tracing as well.
But, no, DLSS isn't fake ray tracing.
The other thing, it does fake ray tracing and it has DLSS
Wait,
as well.
what is fake ray tracing?
Where it doesn't give you the actual ray tracing. It does like a version of. That's how I got ray tracing running on my 2080 Super.
I don't know
believe.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I think it's that. I might be
I don't
remembering
know.
it.
I don't know what that means.
What?
Anyway,
I'll double check
okay.
later and send you a screenshot.
So there's two types of ray tracing.
Yeah.
There's the reflections, and then there's the global illumination.
Yeah.
Turn on the global illumination if you can, because that's
That's what I think I have on. Yeah.
So that's the good.
Yeah, the
that's,
good
in
shit.
my opinion, that is because the reflection stuff is like nice, but it's like, oh look, it looks shiny, but like it tanks the performance, and at the end of the day, it's like not worth it.
Puddles look shinier.
Yeah.
Puddles look shinier.
I think
the
I
ray
think-
trace lighting
yeah.
genuinely, I just think makes the overall game
look better. Yeah.
and it's worth having.
I think
if you do
actually
it.
what I'm thinking of it does fake DLSS.
Fake DLSS.
DLSS. I think that's the thing.
Well, yeah. Some games will have
Some
their
games will
own,
have
like,
a version
built-in
of it.
Scaler. Yeah. Versus like
so
DLSS.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Not
Okay,
ray
that's what you're
tracing.
talking
But I turned the ray tracing off on. I only left the environmental stuff.
The global
on.
illumination
Yeah.
stuff. Okay, yeah,
So
then
all
you're
the
good.
neon
Yeah,
signs
you-
and stuff look good.
Okay, you got the good. You got the good one.
But also
Okay.
like I turned some other stuff off because it was like felt unnecessary, especially when I'm streaming from the same PC. I was like, it doesn't.
Oh,
seem
yeah,
like
that would
it
probably
helps that much. But it felt good, and like it's also one of the loudest games I've ever played. Like the amount of times that you enter a room and it's like here's 20 minutes of techno happening while you're just like walking around. It's
The
like,
incredibly loud ads.
Yeah. I'm just like, fuck, this is overwhelming. But it was kind of fun. And I played like an hour and a half of it because I went in through like the first area where you
Which
rescued
path
that
did you
woman. Street kid named Desire. It's me. So I picked that. I created a cool character. I also like I was doing the character create and I forgot that when you like pick anything like
Oh,
it just immediately
TOS,
just
TOS.
straight up like I was like I'm gonna pick her eyelash or mouth mouth shape, and it like moves instead of just moving to her mouth, it's like zooms out, and it's like fully nude lady there. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
The best one of those was Andy Cortez moving his little face to be over the junk of the character that he made.
But yeah, so like I picked a cool lady with purple hair, and street kid, and started doing that stuff. And yeah, I played through the first area where it's like you rescue the high value target woman in the bathtub. But I played that a couple of times just because I wanted to get a grip for how the stealth works, which is fine. Like stealth's not amazing; it's okay.
It gets cooler when you have more
hacking and stuff,
abilities. But even when you do get a lot of hacking stuff, it doesn't really turn into stealth. It turns more into I'm gonna sit outside this place.
I'm just gonna hack everything,
which is cool. But it's not the Splinter Cell sort of.
Yeah.
stealth.
So like I guess I'm trying to figure out like, do I care enough to try and do like a no-kill run through, and is it beneficial to do that, or should I just
it's not really?
No.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna start because the shooting feels good. The stealth is okay, so I think I'm just gonna engage with the shooting.
I just ended up going with the shooting, and I think that's the way to go because it just feels better, and
Yeah.
you'll have a better time.
You
with
can
it.
technically, I think, get like trank ammo mods, but you're still just shooting people and they drop dead and they don't get back up. So
They added a knife skill tree. You should just get into knives.
yeah,
Have a
that's
nice
nice.
Yeah.
Maybe I will do that. Sword.
I'm curious what you think of the story because
I've been told I need to play all the side quests.
the side quests are the best part of the
They
game.
are.
Yeah,
They're
they're-
easily the best.
Is there a
The
side
story-
quest where it's like, ladies, like I've lost my futuristic pan. Can you find it for me? Like the
In
Witcher
The
style
Witcher,
one.
there might be something equivalent to that, but not exactly a futuristic pan.
Okay.
Because the story has some really cool moments and I think some cool characters, but it doesn't quite land as well as The
Yeah.
Witcher 3.
That ending
does.
fizzled out real hard in my
There's
opinion.
also a secret ending, which is a pain in the ass to get if you don't know what you're going for. So if you're interested in
Is
doing
it
that,
better than the other ending?
it's cooler. I think.
I think so.
It like and it makes more sense to the story if you've done side quests. I think you have to do most of the side quests anyway to get it. But if you're interested and you don't want to know spoilers, hit me up and I will let you know what you have to
just let
do
me
in
know
order to
what
do
it
that.
is, yeah.
I actually didn't finish that one because I got to the final mission. It's very hard. But it story-wise and character-wise, I think it makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
send me those
said,
details. I'll do that.
The Witcher 3 story is, I think, is so much better. It's so much more interesting and so much more intricate than Cyberpunk managed to pull off, which is
Agreed.
a little disappointing.
Yeah, I am enjoying it, but like I keep having this voice in my head just being like, story's not great though. It doesn't pay off. Everything you've heard is like it ends kind of not great, and I'm like, do I really want to sink, I don't know, 50 hours into a game that I know is not going to pay off in an interesting
not
way?
I'm with Jake though that it's worth doing the individual side
Yeah.
missions because
Yeah.
there are
Yeah.
some really good,
Oh, yeah.
well-written side missions on the
And
road.
some of the endings, some of the endings, I guess, kind of pose like interesting cyberpunk sci-fi questions that are kind of cool to deliberate, but
So
Still,
my
it
problem
feels
with
kinda
the,
cheap.
with the endings is that it basically, because you can pick multiple endings and you're essentially deciding which characters get a conclusion to their story and which characters don't. So it feels like no matter which ending you pick, you're left unsatisfied because it's like, well, I picked
Just
this
like
ending,
real life.
and these
Yeah.
characters get like a conclusion to their arcs, but then these characters just get completely abandoned, and it feels like,
Yeah.
well, what happened with that? That all just fizzled out,
But-
and so like it just none of it felt cohesive in a way. I don't know. I would have rather the game, rather than having the game make me pick the story, I would have rather the game
Which
gave
is
a story,
which
gave
is
an
what
ending
The
to
Witcher
me
did.
based on what I picked.
Yeah, which is what The Witcher did. There wasn't at least I don't think there was a big choice at the end of The Witcher 3. It was already taking into account the previous choices you made, and
Exactly.
characters showed up
Yes.
depending on those choices you made, and it fed into one grand ending. While, like you're saying, this is very much, hey, so you helped these people. What do you want to do about it? And it's like, I thought we
Creed-
got past this.
Creed
I thought,
says, we stuck around knowing about Starchild in ME3. You can handle Cyberpunk.
that's true.
It's true. I'm not as like caught up on the ending of Mass Effect 3.
Yeah.
Like
No, me
I
neither.
was when that controversy
am.
happened, I was like, I don't really get
That's
it.
fine.
Like,
Yeah.
I thought it was fine.
yeah, I mean, like this, everything leading up to that moment was amazing.
Exactly.
Like saying goodbye to everyone was the bit where it ended for me, and then everything after that was like you got a cool like back and forth with the elusive man, and then that's it. But I'm very excited to play more Cyberpunk. which is kind of a surprise to me. So yeah, I'm going to stick with it for a little while longer at least. And if it builds up momentum through the side quests, then I'll play through to the end. What is it, like 50 hours?
No. I'd say
I think it took me
30?
Yeah, I think it took me like 40 or so, but I did a lot of side stuff. I made sure to do all the main character
I think
side stuff.
100%ed it, and it took me like 70.
Yeah.
Okay.
How
that's
long to
not
beat
too bad.
Cyberpunk 2077?
Howlongtobeat.com.
Is about 20.
Who owns howlongtobeat.com? Can we buy that?
No, IGN owns it.
Oh, fuck IGN.
Main story, 23 hours. Main and extras, 59 and a half. Completionist, 103. All styles, 63.
I'm going to start a website called How Long to Complete. Then we'll see who's...
Yeah, do it.
Then we'll see. You'll all see.
Then you'll all see.
And then
But yeah,
and then sell it to Red Ventures, and then there you
and
go.
then cash out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave.
That's how business works.
That's how business
Yeah,
works.
easy.
I technically, if I came up with that idea as an employee of Red Ventures, they auto own
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm excited to play more of that game. That's basically what I've been playing, along with Call of the Lamb, which I can't say anything about. I keep starting to get into Live Alive, whatever you want to call it, but stopping.
Live
'cause
alive, love.
Yeah, but stopping like after a little bit. I need to just sit down and sink some time into it. Yeah, beyond that, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go on to the topic of the show, which we came up with mere moments before we hit live.
Live Alive.
Based on a dumb tweet I did, which was a picture of Joe Biden looking at a TV with Bloodborne on it and looking very happy. We decided to come up with some video games that what did we settle upon? Do we want to recommend these video games to
What did you
these
tweet?
celebrities?
I was thinking, like, if you
Recommend
if
video
you're-
games
If
to
you
celebrities.
meet this person and you have the opportunity to present them a video game, again, the comparison is you're Matt Pat giving the Pope a copy of Undertale, except we'll pick the. We're not going to give them Undertale. I guess,
This is you in game.
Me and Game giving Jonathan Ross Batman Arkham Asylum and changing his life
Forever.
with that. Yeah. All right. I've got a list here from YouGov America, which I didn't know YouGov had an American.
I didn't know
arm.
YouGov
That's
had an
just wild.
American website.
Which is the 20 most famous people in Q2 2022.
Okay.
At number 20,
I'm kind of just curious who's on this list.
97% fame,
What does that mean?
73% popularity, rising.
Uh-oh.
Elton John.
Oh.
Okay.
What
Okay.
video game are you giving Elton John?
SingStar. That's too easy.
Sings.
I'd give him SingStar.
What do we know
Dark
about Elton John?
Void.
He likes fighting on Saturday.
Yeah.
He's a tiny dancer. He knows about tiny dancers. Rocket Man.
Dark Void, Rocket Man. There you
Yeah.
Yellow Brick Roads. Candles in the Wind.
I think maybe like Kerbal Space Program. He can actually be a Rocket Man.
For Elton John.
Is Elton John figuring out Kerbal Space Program? Because most like
Probably
diehard gamers
not,
can't figure out
Yeah.
Kerbal Space Program.
Maybe like Kirby.
Ooh,
Like
Kirby's a
Star
good.
Themes
See
for
that?
that
Oh
one.
yeah.
Kirby. Elton Ring.
I was gonna make a Kirby joke. There.
Elton
That would've
Elton Ring.
Elton Ring. Yeah, that's very good.
That's it. Oh wait, someone says Creed says No Man's Sky
I
because
reckon.
he's the Rocket Man.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
reckon he would get on with No Man's Sky. Like he just zone out for a bit and play.
Flying through space.
Flying through
seeing
space.
stars.
Maybe,
I would
maybe
love
like
if he-
Outer,
Speaking of David
Outer
Bowie.
Wilds.
Yeah, David Bowie might.
Outer
Yeah.
Wilds. He'd just be like flying around in a
Oh, yeah.
ship for a
He's
bit,
a
and then the
rocket
world would end, and it'd be
man.
like, oh.
Dark Void says.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I would love if he like wrote a song about his experience playing No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
I think that'd
So
be
are we
fun.
going with No Man's Sky for Elton John?
Sure, let's go with No Man's Sky.
Okay. 97% fame. 41% popularity. You're not allowed to look at this.
Oh.
Okay. I can't read it anyway, but
Number 19. Hillary Clinton. Oh God. What are you giving Hillary Clinton?
Microsoft Outlook.
Papers, please.
yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
I was gonna say some sort of management.
Yeah, I feel like I'm
Hugo says
automatically.
Pokemon go to the polls.
Go to the balls. Oh.
What game is about like protecting information? Deus Ex. I don't know.
Deus Ex.
Deus Ex.
Just the Hillary Clinton playing as fucking JC
JC
Denton.
Denton. You know what?
Never
Yeah,
asked for
that's
this.
my answer.
Never asked me.
Yeah,
She's
Deus
gonna
Ex.
copy a Deus
Wait, is
Ex.
someone writing these down? We should write these down. Notepads. Notes. Okay. For some reason, every time I open my notes app, it defaults to the notes for JoJo episode.
Well, that's because that's the only notes you have.
I've deleted that note many times, and somehow it just reappears.
Oh yeah, it just appeared again. Something appeared again. I don't know what it
Okay,
is.
Elton John.
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
John. I spelled John wrong. No Man's Sky.
Yep.
Hillary Clinton. What did we just say?
Did we say papers, please?
Deus
Papers,
Ex?
please.
Oh, Deus Ex.
Deus
Deus
Ex.
Ex.
We can finalize this list later. Deus Ex. Which one? Human Revolution?
Oh, the original.
Original. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Come on.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Next,
Okay.
with 55% popularity and 97% fame.
Oh, you switched them around there.
There. Yeah.
Are these are I feel like
think-
politicians are going to have low popularity,
Yeah,
right?
I think what this is like, famous versus popular is like famous versus like in
Yeah.
current, like
Yeah.
you know, in the front of people's minds. But 97% fame, 55% popularity. Number 18, Jennifer Lopez.
Ooh.
What game are you giving Jennifer Lopez?
Don't be fooled by the rocks that she got. Sonic.
Jenny from
Sonic.
the block.
Get the Chaos Emeralds and
Ooh.
rings, you know?
What was that?
I don't know
movie
enough
she was
about
in?
Jennifer
Made in
Lopez.
Manhattan.
Me either.
She was in Made in
Manhattan. She was a
Singer.
monster-in-law. She was in Hustlers.
She was in Hustlers.
She's married to Ben Affleck
Ben
now.
Affleck, yeah. What could she play? Jenny from the Persona 3, Dancing in Moonlight.
Honestly,
That's not a bad.
That's not a bad
very
answer.
good.
Yeah.
Because she was a dancer before she got famous for
Yeah,
being.
the-
She was.
Or give her one of the Hatsune Miku ones.
Wasn't
Ooh,
she
yeah.
Selena in that movie about Selena's life?
Yeah.
Bitty bitty mama.
Jet Set Radio. Let's give her that.
Oh, Space Channel 5.
Jiggly,
Space Channel 5.
Gobble Gobble.
Don't say gobble on.
You never seen Jiggly?
It's
awful. Don't
Yeah,
watch
it's terrible.
Madden 23. She was in the Super Bowl with Shakira.
She's not enjoying that
Yeah.
experience.
I'm gonna say Space Channel 5.
5 is a great
Oh,
one.
I think that's a good one.
Space
It's like
Channel
a
5 is
dancing
a great
one.
one.
It's like a weird, unique
Yeah,
one.
yeah. That's a good one. With 97% popularity, 97% fame and 79% popularity, it is at number 17, Sandra Bullock.
Oh, okay. Well, Speed. So
Really, in 2022? Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
this is
she's the
right.
people.
She was in
Gravity
Bird
too,
Box,
right?
wasn't it?
Yeah.
she was in remember the Bird
Bird
Box
Box? Yeah.
challenge?
Bird Box.
Need for Speed. Spartan Chris. Need for Speed.
Sandra Bullock. Is she playing
Fantastic.
Need for Speed?
Yeah.
Yeah, Need for Speed. Let's give her Need
Yeah.
for
No,
Which one?
Or
Need
Crazy
for Speed.
Taxi.
Oh, what's that one game?
Hot Pursuit.
Desert Bus, where you just have to play it forever.
Desert Bus.
I've never heard of that game.
I know
It's
that
a
one.
game
You
where
you just drive straight.
just
You
drive
you
right
drive
now.
a bus straight
The steering wheel
on
pulls
a
in
long
one
road,
direction.
yeah, and the steering wheel
Excellent.
slightly
Alright.
pulls, so you have to pay attention to it.
It goes on for Penn and Teller did it, right?
Yes,
It's a Penn and Teller game.
It's a
isn't
Penn
it?
and Teller game,
Yeah. And sometimes it'll be like that. You can't just leave it because sometimes the wheel will pull to the right or
Okay.
the left,
And I think
like
it-
stuff will come in.
Isn't there like a pebble on the
Yeah,
floor?
Yeah.
it goes for like I want to say like 6 or 8 hours. You get to the final stop, and then they just make you turn around and go back all the way, and then that's the whole game.
Maybe I'll do a stream of that one day.
I think forget
Desert
who,
Bus, but the VR version.
there was a group that used to like for a charity every year they would
Do it?
stream Desert
Desert
Bus.
Bus.
Yeah. Sorry, I just got a distracting picture of Jennifer Lopez. At 97% fame, 63% popularity. I think this is true. Number 16, Lady Gaga.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
What is Lady Gaga? I feel like
What are
Lady
you talking
Gaga.
about? A Star is Born.
Yeah, what is she
House
playing?
of Gucci.
What is she playing though?
What's Italian?
I feel like she
Bayonetta.
enjoy. Yeah, I feel like.
Oh,
oh, doesn't she
no.
already like Bayonetta? Am I crazy?
I think she does.
Yeah.
She might already have a copy. Well, then I'll just get her a copy of Bayonetta 3 when it comes out.
Bayonetta.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bayonetta.
Bayonetta 3.
Easy.
That's an easy one. She does like Bayonetta. She's going to be in the Joker sequel.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
As- oh yeah, Arkham Asylum.
I'm weirdly. I was
Because it
talking
is
with
going to be
Jake
set in
about it.
Arkham Asylum.
I'm weirdly excited about that because
Me too, it's gonna be a fucking musical.
Yes, because you tell me like I enjoyed that first movie enough. I was like, it's a fine movie, but I would not need a sequel to it, like a straight sequel.
No.
Yeah.
But you tell me like it's a musical. And we
Yeah.
got Lady Gaga in it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I am now 1,000 times more interested in this film.
Musical.
Musical?
Okay, yeah, in 2018, still playing Bayonetta in the middle of chapter 13, and my hands hurt, and I have to sleep, and it's 4 in the damn morning, but it's this damn dragon with the face I have to kill with my
She is a
so-
gamer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She's a gamer.
Bayonetta's a good choice. I think
I don't know. I feel like she'd be into Final Fantasy.
I could see that.
Yeah. 14.
Get her really addicted to 14.
Yeah.
Should we switch it to Final Fantasy 14?
Yeah, I mean, if she's already playing Bayonetta, she'll probably
She's
already buy a copy
playing-
of 3.
Maybe Devil May Cry.
Oh yeah.
Like, give her
she-
Devil May
Oh,
Cry.
that
She'll be
could be
like,
fun.
oh,
Give her
wow.
Metal Gear Rising.
That's a good one. But I feel like Devil May Cry will vibe way more.
Yeah.
She's like
probably.
hot dudes doing like
Yeah.
weird shit.
Yeah.
Let's say Devil May Cry.
Satanic, you know.
Sween raises a good point that she was in American Horror Story as a big vampire lady, so she could be in Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil 8.
I'm gonna say Devil May Cry 3.
Oh, man, she would make a great Lady Dimitrescu.
Oh, she would.
I'd be into that.
Devil May Cry 3. Devil May Cry 4.
Oh, if you're going to pick one, you pick 3.
Yeah, 3.
It's got Lady in it.
Yeah. 97% fame and 84% popularity. At number 15, Morgan Freeman.
Well, what is the game where you play God? The Sims. Or SimCity.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say Spore.
Black and white.
Or
Yeah.
black and white, yeah.
Yeah.
Black and white,
Any game where you play as
The
God.
Sims. Let's go The Sims.
Yeah.
Let's go The Sims. That was an easy one.
Do you think The Sims is grand enough, though?
SimCity.
I
SimCity.
would
Okay,
watch
SimCity.
a live stream of Morgan Freeman like narrating
The
what his
Sims?
Sims are doing
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
he's playing it the whole
Yeah.
time.
And
Here
and
comes
Now
Julia.
they've walked in. Yeah. I would-
here's Bella Goth.
He's thinking about fucking his sister.
I have installed the incest mod. Fuck you, EA. You tried and failed. But I'm Morgan Freeman. And incest is in my video game.
What did Moobot just delete? Oh, pre-incest patch. Oh. Sorry about Moobot.
With 97% fame and 52% popularity, at number 14, Madonna.
Oh god.
Ooh.
This list feels like it was
kinda
15
wild,
years
yeah.
ago, you
Yeah.
know?
Madonna.
There's no Doja Cat on there. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I might switch up this list, you know.
I mean, I don't know. I think maybe we stick with it at this point unless
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah. Yeah, we can
Just
stick
that
with it.
we know.
It's
what
still good enough.
I
I
looked
don't want to
ahead.
feel. I don't
and-
want to feel old
I
when they're
looked
fucking
ahead.
mentioning like Charlie D'Amelio's and whatever.
Yeah.
No, I found a list that could be, but I looked ahead and the list is not very interesting going
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. All right.
Well,
It's
Madonna.
it is fucking Ellen DeGenerate is on here.
God. Oh, insult generator. Insults. What's that game? We just insult everyone.
oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm switching this list up because
I can't think of anything for Madonna.
What's a game that has you plagiarizing art? That was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen.
what could should we carry on with Madonna or which one?
I mean, not plagiarizing, but maybe.
She was the fencer in Die Another Day.
Die Another Day, yeah.
Oh,
Super hot.
what's
Yeah.
the Starbreeze game where you rob banks? Is it
Oh,
Starbreeze?
Payday?
Payday? Yeah,
Give her a
Payday.
copy of Payday.
Give her a copy of Payday.
I don't know enough about Madonna either, though.
I
I don't know.
Which era
I
of
don't-
Madonna?
I just don't care about Madonna.
I saw her live once. She was fucking amazing.
I'm just gonna skip Madonna. We're gonna go to this new list because it's better. Number 20, Mark Zuckerberg.
There we go. Now
we're going
talking.
from 20 again?
We're
Okay.
going for 20. We're gonna speed through.
Okay,
these
speed
lists.
through,
Okay.
speed through, because I gotta pee.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh,
Zuckerberg.
some kind of fucking
What's
simulation
that one
game.
where you're spying on people?
Spy Party?
No, wouldn't
No.
it just be the.
What's the horror game where you're looking through cameras and shit?
Five Nights at Freddy's?
No. It's the space one. The one that Blue did. Blue
Oh,
Beetle make?
no.
I know what you're talking about.
Tacoma.
Tacoma.
No, it
No,
would
that's
just.
not a horror. Tacoma's not a horror game.
It would just be the metaverse. He'd play some dumb VR.
Yeah, you
Oh,
play
he
VR
played
chat.
PlayStation Home.
Yeah.
No, we should give him VR chat
PlayStation.
because he keeps talking about the metaverse,
Yeah,
and it's
VR
like that
chat.
already exists. It's called VR chat. Here's a copy. Go play it.
Yeah.
VR chat. You get it. You get it. Ariana Grande.
That's Sonic, Seven Rings.
Sonic, yeah, Chaos Emerald. Sonic Mania.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
give
the
her a
good
good
one.
one.
Yeah, give her the
Observation, so sweet.
Kim Kardashian.
Bubble bubble. For that bubble bubble.
good one.
Black and
Observation
white.
duty.
Which one? Bubble Bubble. Is that what you said?
Oh.
Yeah. What else can she have? She's got her own.
She has
game.
her own game.
Yeah,
Kim
she's had it.
Kardashian's mobile game.
And she's put her own mobile game.
Yeah.
Her own mobile game.
See if she notices.
Yeah, see if
Yeah.
she figures it out.
Rihanna.
Oh, what's a game that hasn't
For some
released
reason.
a new? Oh, it should be GTA because no.
I
because
know where you're going.
You know where I'm going because everyone is waiting for fucking GTA 6, and GTA hasn't released anything since 2013, and that is
Rihanna's-
fucking Rihanna.
what's-
She's never releasing any more music.
What's with this
She's
weird,
got
like, we're
Fenty.
giving it based on some passive aggressive?
Yeah.
Like, do you think you give it to her and she's like, is this because I haven't released an album? And
Yes,
you're like,
it
no.
is.
The
because
moment
we're all
I saw
waiting.
Rihanna, I was like, I bet you should love Beyond Good and Evil. I don't know why, but I was just like, she gives me Beyond
I
Good
mean,
and
that's a
Evil.
good game.
vibe.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. I
a
mean,
good-
sure.
that's a
I
good
would,
game.
I would give that to someone. Be like, here you go.
Umbrella Corps. Risk of Rain. Power Wash
I think
Simulator.
Umbrella Corps was very good.
So what are we giving her?
Umbrella Corps.
She says, we don't want to give her a bad game.
Oh,
I kind of like Beyond Good and Evil because they just felt genuine.
Yeah,
that felt
Beyond
like a,
Good
just
and
like a
Evil.
genuine connection.
I feel like
Yeah.
she'd be like, oh, I like this character. Jade's nice.
Uncle Page.
The
Think
next,
they'll make a sequel?
the next celebrity is J-Lo. So we already done
Oh,
that.
what was J-Lo again?
Space Channel 5.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
After that, we've got Selena Gomez. I don't know much about Selena.
She
I
was
don't
in
know
Wizards
much.
of Waverly Place, so game where you do magic.
Oh.
Oh, The Sims has a magic expansion.
Maybe we should have done just what celebrity should get Sims expansions because
I would
Just-
fucking kill at that.
yeah, rapid fire those.
The Sims Making Magic, which is for the Sims 1.
Sims
It was the final expansion
Making
pack
Magic.
for the Sims
Oprah
1.
Winfrey.
Winfrey! Oh, Lego
Oprah
Harry Potter is another good
Winfrey.
one.
What would Oprah Winfrey do?
You get that's what Oprah.
You get a prize and you get a prize. She's always giving advice.
You know what? You know what? You know when she does the you get a car and you get a car? That reminds me of the end of Peggle when you get the big.
She would be into
Okay,
Peggle.
we'll give her Peggle.
Peggle's
Yeah,
good.
okay.
Peggle's good.
Peggle, yeah.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
What is Taylor Swift playing?
Elden Ring.
You reckon Taylor Swift's playing Elden Ring?
I think everyone should play Elden Ring.
Firstly,
Yeah.
she's redoing all of her albums right now, so it have to be a remake. I think Resident Evil 2
Yeah.
remake.
I was gonna say she's.
Yeah.
It sounds
Are you
like
Playing
Resident
Resident
Evil.
Evil 2
Yeah.
remake.
Yeah, there you go.
Evil
Well, and
2
who's Mr. X? Scooter Braun?
Probably, yeah. Exactly.
Current affairs joke.
I'm going to skip. Will Smith. We're going to Will Smith.
Punch out.
I was going to go for, what's the other one? We play those weird blobs that keep trying to slap each other and throw each other out of the gang beasts.
Oh, gang
Oh,
beasts.
gang beasts.
Robert Downey Jr. Fucking Anthem.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
He's playing Anthem on his own.
Yeah.
Poor lad.
Iron Man VR as well.
Yeah. We'll go with Anthem.
Yeah, that
think
is
Anthem
funny.
is fine.
LeBron James.
I mean, multiverse,
Sure,
right?
multiverse,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
in multiverses.
Yeah.
Well, he's not in multiverses.
Yeah.
It's someone else's voice.
His
but-
likeness is in
Like
multiverse.
Fucking Jeff Bezos.
Oh, Jeff Bezos needs to play that Flash game about Jeff
Oh,
Bezos'
about-
money or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what you should play. I don't remember what it's called.
Let's find out what it's called. Jeff Bezos.
No, can we give
Flash
Jeff Bezos?
game.
What's that weird?
You are Jeff Bezos?
Yeah. Make him feel bad a
Yeah.
little bit.
Oh, what's that weird corporate murder game that came out last year?
Hitman?
No.
Hitman. He's playing.
I mean, Hitman would be really.
Jeff Bezos playing Hitman.
Hitman,
would be
forget
pretty
it. Yeah.
good.
Jeff Bezos.
Give him Hitman.
Yes, actually, Hitman's a better answer than what I was going to come with. Can you
It's
imagine
not-
him?
It's not just going to make him have even more of a power trip. Because
Yeah.
he's looking at a
Yeah.
character that looks just like him.
Well, he gets away
Murder.
with it.
Yeah.
I could do it too.
That's how we bring him down. We
that,
convince
that
him that
or
he can
he's
murder.
like he like implants like his rivals, his business rivals
Yeah.
as them. It's like a fantasy, right? He's like, I get to murder them.
Yeah. Okay, we're going with Hitman.
I'm picturing
Adventure
him,
capitalist.
like, cosplaying as
What's
40
that?
Adventure capitalist. That's another game that he could play. But we're going with Hitman. Elon Musk.
Oh God.
Kerbal Space Program.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So he can test his
so he
rockets
can
before
learn
he
how
launches
fucking
them.
difficult
Sending
it
them?
is
Yeah.
to make shit happen. Space program. Yeah, he's getting Kerbal Space Program. Maybe he'll get stranded in space. His Kerbals.
Oh.
Joe Biden.
Oh, Bloodborne. You already
Joe
you
Biden.
spoiled
Yeah,
that.
it is Bloodborne.
Yeah,
Come
he
on.
gets a copy of Bloodborne.
Biden. Bloodborne. Okay, this little face.
Joseph Robinette Biden.
Look alive, Jack. The Rock.
What
Happy
game?
gaming.
What game has the most number of like ads in it?
Fortnite. Surely,
Fucking
surely
Yeah,
he's
it was
playing
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Yeah.
Or Clash of Clans. I don't know why that one came up, but
Yeah.
Are we going to Fortnite or Clash
Yeah.
of
I think
Clans?
it's Fortnite.
Yeah,
I think it's
Yeah,
Fortnite.
I think
it's
it's
got to be
Fortnite.
Fortnite. And that is the list. So we have Elton John, No Man's Sky. Hillary Clinton, Deus Ex. Jennifer Lopez, Space Channel 5. Sandra Bullock, Desert Bus. Lady Gaga, Devil May Cry 3. Morgan Freeman, The Sims. Mark Zuckerberg, VR Chat. Ariana Grande, Sonic Mania. Kim Kardashian, her own mobile game. Rihanna, Beyond Good and Evil. Selena Gomez, The Sims, Making Magic. Oprah Winfrey, Peggle. Taylor Swift, Resident Evil 2 Remake. Will Smith, Punch Out. I like how Will Smith has done just like dozens
Just
and
so
dozens.
many
so
great
He's done
movies.
albums,
Yeah.
movies,
Yeah,
shows,
just-
and the only thing he's remembered for now is just slapping
At the
someone.
fucking Oscars, man.
Yeah. Robert Downey Jr., Anthem. LeBron James, MultiVersus. Jeff Bezos, Hitman. Elon Musk, Kerbal Space Program. Joe Biden, Bloodborne. And The Rock, Fortnite. I think that's a pretty solid
I
list.
think that's
Yeah, I think we've done our job today.
Yeah.
We've done it.
We've done it.
We completed the assignment thoroughly. And that, my friends, brings another episode of the GameSpot After Dark podcast to a close. If you would like to send us questions, which we do occasionally read out questions when there are some, you can go to Discord. If you can't get into Discord, you can hit up me or Lucy, and we'll do a background check on you. I did 4 background checks this morning
Really?
while on the toilet.
Oh, while on the toilet.
Did they all pass?
They all passed, yeah.
Excellent.
They all
Wait,
passed, yeah.
Hot Rob? Is that Hot
Is that-
Rob Handlery?
I don't know if that is
Rob
in the
Handlery.
chat.
That is.
His
I think
Twitch.
that-
Your Twitch name is Hot Rob.
I don't know if that is Rob.
It
That has
is.
to be.
Yeah, no, that's
He's got
Rob.
the
Yeah, he's got the
Twitch,
Twitch
He's
thing
got
on
the
there.
Twitch little
He is-
wrench.
Oh no!
Knife wrench.
Shouldn't Rihanna be
Knockout.
Rob? Oh my
I
God!
don't have it in front of me. I don't know what he said. Can it not be repeated?
No.
Rob, behave yourself. This is your platform. You could get done for. That wouldn't reflect on us badly. That would reflect you on you, you madman.
Minutes. Get out here.
We love you, Rob.
He says, okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
If you would like to send us, so you can contact me or Lucy, and we'll get you an invite into the Slack if you pass our rigorous
The
background
Slack?
check. Slack. On the-
Yeah,
on the Discord?
right into our breaking
Right,
news Slack.
breaking news Slack. Yeah.
Congratulations. Here's a news story.
You
got about
all
5 minutes
you
to
got
write
5
it.
minutes to write a news story. Get on it. In the meantime, Jean-Luc, what are you up to?
You can find me at John Like Seipke if you so desire, and I'm
Playing games you can't talk
playing
about.
games I can't talk about.
Jake?
I put out a pretty in-depth Xenoblade combat guide. So if you're playing Xenoblade and you want a little extra help, I'd check that out. There's something else I'm working on. I'm going to talk about it later because I'm still writing it. It could be out. It could be a very long time from now.
Lucy?
I am Lisa James Games everywhere. Look out for some Sandman stuff from me on the site tomorrow. It's going to be a written thing, not a video. But I've been working on that.
I am Tamal H everywhere, and I ain't working on anything, so I don't do any work.
We're shooting Very Online Show tomorrow. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's going to be a good one. I think, anyway.
I read it. It was good.
And we will see you. If you're wait, before we go, if you're here and you haven't already hit follow, make sure you hit follow, because if we don't get enough follows, we will abandon this.
That's news to us.
Is that right?
Yeah, and 5-star ratings on
5-star ratings
Yeah.
only.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
We can only get you to follow and like and subscribe by threatening to take away the content.
Yeah.
You sound like my mum.
we will take the love away from you, and you will learn. Okay. It worked. One person, Hug, already said I did it, so the system works.
All right. There you go.
Yay.
You get to wake up another day.
You get it. You get another episode of this podcast, hopefully. And if you're listening on podcast services, make sure to review the podcast so it gets shoved into an algorithm somewhere and gives us a better chance of doing more of this stuff. Anyways, shoved. Gets gobbled up by the algorithm.
Ugh.
Gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble. We'll see you on the next week. On the next week.
On the next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.